Hi, welcome to Congo Square ATX Music Festival 2020. This is our fourth annual event, and at this time we'd like to say thank you to our amazing sponsors. Our fiscal sponsor is the Vortex, and this concert experience is funded in part by a grant from the City of Austin Economic Development Cultural Arts Division. Drum the Program, that's the nonprofit organization that I represent. Our mission is to provide an experience of West African cultural arts that serves to promote positive identity, community, and social-emotional development skills for youth. Drum the Program has been in operation in the Austin area now for about 6 years. Recently, in the past 2 years, we have transitioned to Alabama, where I was born and raised. And it's been a wonderful experience to take this cultural arts platform to Alabama and provide this opportunity for youth in that area who are oftentimes underserved or not even served in the arts. So as you can tell, that what we provide is vital experiences, especially for minority youth. So we're getting support, but part of this experience with this concert is for you to understand the value of cultural arts and for you to value that so much so that what you love about this experience will move you to donate. And no amount of money is too small to help support a nonprofit organization. The work that we do is so vital, but we too are underserved financially. But it's the kindness of your heart that helps what we do stay alive and allow for us to continue to serve in our communities. So here in Austin, Drum the Program has had the opportunity to bring alive a cultural arts showcase. And tonight, what you are going to experience is the amazing music from the African Diaspora. The first group that you're going to experience tonight is Wache. Wache is a traditional Colombian musical group. Part of the magic of Wache is that they blend their cultural traditions from the Indigenous people of Colombia as well as their African roots into this amazing ethereal music that is all about keeping alive their ancestral traditions. So, without any further ado, I bring to you Wache from Austin, Texas. Up next on our performance list is an amazing Orisha group, Extra Ancestral. The band leader is Khalil Cummings. Extra Ancestral is coming to us from LA. I have had the pleasure and honor of being inspired by Khalil, not just as a musician, but as a spiritual being who uses his art as a message. And it's an honor to be able to work with him and to create this opportunity for Khalil to share with the world on our platform the component of the African diaspora that Extra Ancestral brings to the table. So I hope you get to enjoy this next performing group. And without any further ado, Extra Ancestral from LA, California. like to introduce these amazing musicians, and if you will, just share with us what drives you to share your art. What was the moment that you realized you wanted to wake up that artist inside of you? Were you a kid? How did that happen? And what does it feel like for you to share your culture from Colombia with the world?
My name is Andres Acevedo, originally from Medellin, Colombia. And I think to be a musician mainly, I think it was a young age, seeing my family perform or play among them, my cousins, my dad. And then I moved over here to the US when I was 15, and I got involved in music a little after high school. Um, and then now we're here, getting to know a little bit more about my culture from a different perspective from the outside, and experience knowledge coming from our land, and finding that you have to defend your culture, that you have a duty as a musician is to protect the culture and your roots, and it's a really important job. Not everybody does it like honestly. So I think it's a very important job as a musician to keep that intact.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
My name is Jaime Ospina, and I play the gaita hembra. Andres plays the gaita macho on Huache. I was in Cali, that is the land of my father, Cali, Colombia. And I was like 7 years old, and this cousin that spent like a year in the United States came with the color hair and T-shirts and jackets and like all American, and with an electric guitar and an amplifier. And in the middle of the celebration, he just like plugs the guitar as loud as he can, and he plays a power chord. And it was really the first time that I was like experiencing what I've been like listening a lot with the Beatles and all the like radio and stuff. And it was like, okay, this is powerful. I like this. And I always say that day, that's the day that I start like kind of like falling in love with what music produces in the people.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Jimi Hendrix.
Kind of, yes. Jimi Hendrix.
That moment in time.
Kind of.
The
Yes. The power chord with a distortion and a good amp, it's always going to be like a baptism.
Oh, interesting. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Hi.
Hola, I'm Nicolás Sánchez. I play the alegre and the llamador, and I grew up in Dallas, Texas, to Colombian parents, and there was always instruments around the house. I remember growing up, I had a keyboard in my brother shared a room, and there was a little keyboard in there, so we would always be playing the keyboard. Started playing music around like 5th grade, and I always felt this connection to my roots through the music that my parents played at home, because they would play cumbia, salsa, they'd play all, the vinyl records. But it wasn't until a trip to Bogota when I was maybe 11, I think. Went to a museum, and we're walking around this place called Maloca, and I heard these flutes, and we were like, I was like, where are those flutes coming? So went up these stairs, and there was a group of musicians playing this kind of music, and they're called Los Gaiteros de San Jacinto, and they're like the trailblazers of this music. But I remember seeing these musicians as an 11-year-old and being like, I want to do that someday. And there just wasn't that in Dallas. There was like, no way, there's not musicians doing this. So just by chance, it just, Jaime landed in Austin, Texas, and we were already kind of starting this project and getting it all going, but it wasn't until Jaime showed up that it really kind of, everything sort of gelled, and all the, we were messing around with the drums and trying to get it to sound right, but Jaime really kind of, okay, try this, do this over here, don't do that, and kind of started guiding us and being that maestro that we were all kind of looking for. So it really special to be able to, look back on that 11-year-old kid with his eyes this big, looking at these flutes that really do have a magical, spiritual sound that nothing else that I can really imagine sounds like. And then to be doing that now is very special.
As an African American, our culture, especially when it comes to the music, has definitely evolved and is one of those hot commodities, right? Hip hop, it's a hot commodity, and the music and dance from that. But I honestly feel that there's so much to be gained when you understand the roots. Because without the foundation of your root, where are you? For me, as an African American, without the understanding that this brought me to, I felt really lost. I didn't feel like I belonged in this society. And so connecting to my African roots and being able to create events like this for others to experience and bringing forward the connection and the impact of the African diaspora, it's very vital because now people are seeking things that help them to feel human, helps them to feel connected to others, and recognition that we're all on this planet together and we all have to learn how to be respectful and kind and loving to one another. And this music is definitely a vessel. And when I say a vessel, it isn't a tool, but these bodies are the spiritual vessel for which this music gets to speak through. So I would like to once again say thank you to these incredible musicians. Yes, it's been an honor. It's always a pleasure. The goal of Congo Square is to honor the African Diaspora cultural arts. And we are very fortunate this year to have Khalil and Extra Ancestral to be a part of this year's lineup.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. What was that moment where it clicked inside of you about art?
The moment for me, I believe that really changed my life. So when I was 12 years old, a group that I was connected to, they were called Abalaye. And they, through a grant, were able to bring pioneer of West African drumming, Mamadi Keita, to Los Angeles. And so he was teaching workshops, and I was the only kid in the workshop amongst adults, right? And it was like 40, 50 people taking class. And honestly, Mamadi was teaching. To me, looking at him was like looking at a godly figure, you know? So hearing him play, hearing everything he was doing, and I was taking class, and honestly, I was keeping up better than all the adults. So at the end of class, Mamadi's looking at me, and he's like, "Who is this kid? Who is this kid?" So my dad's like, "This is my son." And Mama D right away was like, I want to adopt him. I want to, you know, I want to be his master. I want him to be my apprentice. Bring him to Guinea, bring him to Africa. So basically, Mama D said, all you have to do is get a ticket and get to Africa. Because basically every year he would do these stages, these big camps, and people from all around the world would come. And so he's like, don't worry about the fees, don't worry about anything. Just make sure you get your son there. So my dad got me there. At this point, I was 13 years old, and,
Wow.
you know, taking all the classes with Mama D. And Mama D was like, you know, in order to establish a relationship, we have to do it traditionally. You have to do it the Manding way, the Malinke way. So you have to present cola nuts. So my dad, he went to the market, he grabbed some cola nuts. And, you know, on the boat ride there, my dad presented the cola nuts to Mama D. So Mama D said, okay, so this is official. I'm going to take you on as an apprentice. He said, but before we do anything, he said, I have a question for you. He said, you don't have to know the answer now, but you have to come back to me with the answer before we do any of our work. So he asked me, he says, who are you? And obviously in that moment, I thought I knew the answer, but he said, don't answer me now. But when you are ready and you know the answer to that, then we can begin our work. And it took me about a year to answer it correctly. But I'll tell you now that everything that defines who I am now, it it sparked because of him asking me, who are you? What is the life that you want to live? And how does the drum affect you? What is your purpose? You know? And basically I said, I'm a djembe fola. I'm an artist. And now, you know, years later, I kind of look at being an artist as like, I feel like it's, for me, creating art, creating alchemy, you know, creating, like, it's like I'm an artistic alchemist, like creating the beauty of everything that can manifest from the African diaspora, you know? And that experience is really all it took. Who are you? You know? That's
Wow.
the first way I want to answer that question. The second thing is that on that very same trip, so we get back to the compound, and basically, you know, Mama D would have performances throughout the week. So he organized a rare performance where two elder djembe fellas from him, Famadou Konate and Fandu Baolade, who passed away, basically pioneers of djembe, West African drumming. And he organized a performance where the three of them would perform together. And this rarely happened. The last time that it had happened, they recorded a legendary album called Mogu Balu. So this is like 15 years later. So it's a rare occasion. So everybody in the camp was like, oh my God, this is going to be the most epic performance ever. So I'm like a kid. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in heaven. I'm super excited to see this performance. So I go in my room, and the performance is gonna happen in like an hour and a half. And all of a sudden, somebody knocks on the door, and it's Mamadi. And he's like, Khalil. I'm like, what's up, Baba? He's like, do you have a djembe? And I'm like, no. He's like, get a djembe. Do you have a good djembe? Do you have a strap? I'm like, okay, what's going on? He said, come with me. So I follow him, and he goes and he introduces me to these other two djembe fullers. And basically he said, I want you to play with me. So basically what he said is, each djembe fola is going to perform and have their apprentice represent them. And he wanted
Oh,
me to represent him.
wow.
So basically, I'm 13 years old and I'm playing with three of the most legendary djembe folas of all time. And I'm representing Mama Keita. So, you know, I used to imagine that when I was a little kid. I used to make believe I was in the living room and I'd be drumming for hours and hours and hours. And I would imagine that scenario. But I never knew that at 13 that I was going to experience that. So I was 13, so that right there shaped everything for me. Like, this is what I aspire to do. This is who I am. This is why I came on this planet. So I think that relationship with Mama D defined me as a musician. For me, I hear music is vibrations of ancestral spirits communicating, right? And so to me,
Wow.
I'm dedicated that's my life purpose. For me, there's no, anytime I touch an instrument, I'm not touching it from a place of entertainment. I'm not touching it from a place of, oh, I have an ego and I want to be the best, but more importantly, the music is beyond me. I'm a messenger, but I'm in this role to carry the music and carry the sonic science forth to community.
Wow. I don't want to start crying. You're going to ruin my makeup. So, Khalil, how are you working with youth?
Here in Los Angeles, I work for a couple different nonprofit organizations. One is Street Poets, one is Rhythm Arts Alliance, and also my own organization, Extra Ancestral. So what we're able to do is we do youth outreach, and we also go to incarcerated. We work with incarcerated youth. We work in the prison system, juvenile halls, and particularly we go into the spaces and we pretty much provide healing through music and dance and poetry. And as well as when they get out, then we provide a place for them to go when they get out. Because that's often something, a lot of times you find these organizations going into the prison systems, but we obviously know, especially now, there's a lot of government funding that's being pulled to support programs like that. Most importantly, I've seen kids go in, we work with them, and then we congratulate them because they passed through the program and they do good and they're getting out. And then they come right back in a month later and they get right back into trouble. So we work with them and provide a place for them to come when they're on the out as well.
I'm so happy we did this interview to really understand the depths at which you are an artist and that you embody the spirituality of Ifa. It's really, really wonderful.
Sure.
And
Thank you so much.
I really think that it was divine. I was inspired over the last year watching and looking at your social media posts and the depth to which you were speaking.
Sure.
That I said, oh, I know who I need to bring to the table this year. And it's been an honor, and I haven't even seen anything other than had a conversation with you. But I know it's going to be good.
Thank you. This is right on time. This is I'd rather be doing this than working for some corporate organization. Like I believe that this is the beginning of. I really want to work with your, drum the program,
Awesome.
and I would love to definitely connect and moving forward. So I'm thankful.
So I hope you are moved enough. Send us that donation. We greatly would appreciate it because that's how all of this happens. Our final act today is the amazing reggae sounds of Roland and the Roots Rhythm. Roland Komankai comes from Liberia. His story is amazing. He has had a journey like no other I've ever known. He was abandoned on a trash dump when he was a baby. And when you witness the magic that comes through in his delivery of his art form, I hope you too are moved by his message and his music. He has a spirit of determination, and that spirit of determination, it inspires me. And I hope you too are inspired. So, if you are a fan of Bob Marley, if you are a reggae fan, get ready. Next up is Roland and the Roots Rhythm.
Old pirates, yes, they're all by, sold out to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We're forward in this generation, triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I've ever heard, redemption song. 'Cause all I've ever heard, redemption song. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for this racist system, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our children? Why we stand aside and look? Well, some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I've ever heard, redemption song. 'Cause all I've ever heard, redemption song. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for this racist system, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill the children? Why we stand aside and look? Well, some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I've ever heard, redemption song. 'Cause all I've ever heard, redemption song. Oh, Lord. Yes, I lie. Redemption song. Mr. Slave Driver, how do you go on living when the children are dying? Redemption song. 400 years of slavery, and my people are still crying. Redemption song. Oh, Lord. Ah, yes. Mr. Martin Luther King. of injustice while we're all suffering. No man can hold another man down without staying down with him. Oh no, oh no. Redemption soul. Mr. Martin Luther King, Mr. Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Thomas Sankara, Patrice Lumumba, Haile Selassie I, Nelson Mandela. Oh, yeah, yeah. Redemption song, redemption song, redemption song. Oh, Lord, redemption song, redemption song. Said it's been a long time. I've been locked up in these walls. Too much quarantine going on. I know it's for a good reason, but these four walls are driving me crazy. COVID got me feeling like a convict. I got to break free. Got to break free. There is just one thing that I want to say. Black lives matter. Yeah, I said it. Black lives matter. Oh Lord, oh Lord. In these crazy four walls, life can feel like a prison. I got to break my mind free. You got to break your mind free. Yeah. Oh, 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 Lord. Yeah. Oh, Lord. These four walls are fortress for my protection. Now these are the walls of my imprisonment. Oh yeah, to speak my truth is to sign my own banishment. I say, you don't need the thoughts to think. You give me the words to say, but the questions remain unanswered. I used to be on top of my world, controlling my own destiny. Now I am unsure of my identity. Oh yeah, robbed of all tranquility as I watch my world crumbling down. Sitting in this cold prison cell, locked up in these four walls of hell. Oh yeah, oh God, how did I get here? I say, somebody please come to my rescue. Oh Lord, bring me the light.
Show me the way, and I walk free till my dying day.
Bring me the light. Show me the way, and I walk free till my dying day. Bring me the light. Show me the way, and I walk free till my dying day.
Bring me the light,
Oh Lord,
show me the way,
and I walk free these four walls come closing in, I can hear the sirens closing in. I feel the shackles getting tight. Mr. Sheriff, what is my right? I'm standing at this hell's gate. Your gavel decides my fate. Where is the justice you spoke about? Where is the love you preach about? Somebody please come to my rescue. Oh Lord, bring me the light.
Show me the way, and I won't fade till my dying day.
Bring me the light. Show me the way, and I walk free from my dying day. Bring me the light. Show me the way.
And I won't fade till my dying day.
Bring me the light. Show me the way, and I walk free from my dying day. All we really need is the light of knowledge. All the youth really need is the light of knowledge. When you fool the people, when you dumb down the system, man and man got to go to war and fight for the right. A people without knowledge of their history, a people without knowledge of their past, it's like a tree without a root. It's like a tree without its roots. It's like a tree without its roots. It's like a tree without its roots. Bring me the light, show me the way, and I'll walk free till my dying day. Bring me the light, show me the way.
And I won't fade till my dying day.
Bring me the light, show me the way.
And I won't fade till my dying day. Bring me the light, show me the way.
All right. Mr. Marcus Garvey said it. Dr. Martin Luther King said it. Dr. King really said the truth. You can't hold a man down without staying down with him. Well, Mr. Marley said it too. Oh yeah. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. It's not all that glitter is gold. Half the story has never been told. Well, now you see the light. Yeah. Stand up for your right. 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 Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Oh, yeah, yeah. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. So bring me the light, show me the way, and I'll walk free till my dying day. Bring me the light, show me the way,
And I won't fade till my dying day.
bring me the light, show me the way.
And I won't fade till my dying day.
Bring me the light, show me the way.
And I won't fade till my dying day.
Bring me the light, bring me the light, show me the way, and I'll walk free to my dying day. Bring me the light, show me the way, and I'll walk free to my dying day. Bring me the light, show me the way, and I'll walk free till my dying day. Thank you. Come a long way, come a long way. come a long way. Oh, 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 oh. Said it's been a long road, come a long way since Roberts City. Oh, 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 oh. Still I remember when I used to dig for roots, when sticks and stones could break my bones, and the sound of mortar shells would blast the air. So much terror in the atmosphere. And now I've come to see I was planting roots, strong foundation for a better future. Even though the sun was shining, they would do their best to rain on my parade. Like the prophets of Boom, they used to say to me, you dumpster child, you be nobody. But I never give up. And I never give in. No, yes, never back down. Oh no, oh no. And when the night will fall, my hungry, lonely eyes be counting sticks, while I will eyes the hands of death to come and take my pain far away. But my heart was made strong by the Almighty Jah, and now I'm standing tall today. Whoa. After all my lonely tears, I made up my mind to never give up in this fight. I used to dream of a life so happy and free. Now I'm cutting checks and catching first class flights. I knew the day will come when I will have my own. This for the child becomes a cornerstone. After all the pouring, now I've come to see the sun shines again. And I never give up. And I never give in. No, 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 no. And I never back down. Oh no. And yes. When the night will fall, when the night will fall, the scarlet child, the scarlet child is a motherless child. The scarlet child, he's a fatherless boy. Oh yes. When the night, when the night, when the night, when the night will fall, I will lay awake at night, cry myself to sleep. The sleep couldn't come, so I will beg the hands of death to come and take my pain, to come and take my pain far away, 'cause the pain was far too much. I used this fight of life. See, I made up my mind just to never give up. Don't you ever give up. To the chorus, man. And I'll never give up. And I'll never give in. No, yes. And I'll never go down. Oh, no, 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 no. And never give up. Yes, I.
So, thank you for tuning in to Congo Square ATX Music Festival 2020 virtual. And we just got serenaded, spiritually uplifted, taken back to Africa by the one and only Roland Kamonkai.
That's correct.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this platform and for always bringing us the best of Mother Africa.
Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you for having us, LV.
Yes.
You, as a daughter of Mama Africa, it's an honor to be in your presence and create this beautiful music and share with everyone who is listening and watching. Thank you.
It's always an honor to work with you. I would like to, at this time, to honor the members of your acoustic set.
Yes.
Over here on the drums, we have...
Gidi Agbeko.
And
Gidi Agbeko from Ghana.
thank you, Giddy. So how long have you been drumming, Giddy?
Hey, that's a long story. I've been drumming for a long time. I would say even since I was in my mom's stomach. Yeah, because I've been kicking my mom. Like that's part of rhythm. So, yeah, I've been drumming for a long time now. But for professionally, I would say 30, 20, 30 years now, I would say. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, it's always an honor to work with you as an artist also, Giddy.
Thank you.
And thank you for your continued contribution and support as an artist for the Congo Square ATX Music Festival platform.
Thank you.
Yes, and we have our lovely ladies. So if you will take a moment and introduce yourselves.
Yes, I am Sparkle Souls. I am Nicole Boyd Webster.
And so how long have you ladies been artists?
I've been singing since a little girl, but this is my first band that I've actually sung in professionally. So thank you, Roland, for this experience.
Same here. I've been singing since the third grade, and I've been in different bands, but this is my first time playing with Roland, and it's awesome. It's an awesome experience.
Awesome. Yeah, the magic about Roland is that he brings the African diaspora alive in his, not only in his music, in his performance, but also in his story as to what and why he sings. There was one song that you sang about the motherless child, and I know that is part of your story. And it's amazing where you are in life considering where your life began. And the choice, you said in the music, you made a conscious decision that you would never give up. So what does it feel like for you in these times now where music is very essential to bring us together in community, especially around Black Lives Matter? How does that make you feel as an artist to know that your voice does make a difference?
Makes me feel euphoric, makes me feel humbled at the same time, because I consider myself a bridge, a connector. My story, surviving war in Liberia, being thrown away as a young baby when I was 3 months old,
And even though some of our brothers and sisters here in the U.S. may not have gone through that, or others in the Caribbean and stuff, but everyone has gone through a story, especially with so much pain of injustice going on right now, pertaining to black lives especially. And so then I feel humbled to be used by the ancestors in this way, to take my story and not make it about myself, but make it as something that can be used to inspire, to encourage, and to empower and uplift also. And so I feel very euphoric because it gives meaning to my life. And then at the same time, I feel humbled to be in such a divinely potent or powerful place. And so it's humbling. And so as an artist, as we use music, which I always tell, I'm teaching my boys how to play music, and I tell them this is the musical instrument. The music is you. You yourself, you are the music. These are just the instruments that you're using. So therefore, as we bring forth the music of our essence, of our souls, as an artist, I feel also very grateful that we can use this medium to unite us all, instead of creating enmity based on the illusions of skin color, that we don't need to be into that. However, to speak truth and, of course, strive for justice using this medium. I also consider myself a part of a huge tribe of other artists who've come before using this same medium. I just thought about Bob Marley and others who've used this medium of music to unite and empower our people and all peoples of the world. Yeah.
Beautiful. I appreciate everything that you had to offer us there. And I, too, feel that I found my tribe as an African American when I began to play that drum. And I began to understand my connection back to Africa as the truth of the rest of my story as an African American. I know very well what it means to be American, but what we offer through this music and through our platform of Drum the Program is a connection to the rest of the story of not just African Americans, but humanity, is a connection back to Africa. And the music, the art, the wares, the culture is all about celebrating our unique identities as we choose to let that shine through. So it's been an honor, of course, and as usual, to work with you, to have you be a part of our Congo Square ATX Music Festival. And, you know, we feel that you are a part of our family. And so into the future, as this platform grows, we hope that you will continue to be a part of the story of what Drum the Program does, along with Congo Square, as the cultural arts platform that highlights the African diaspora and the arts. So thank you so much, Roland. Thank you, Giddy. Thank you, ladies. It's been an honor. And to those of you who are out here, I hope that you're loving this, because it's been wonderful for us to create this for you. At the bottom of this screen, you will see a text to give information. We make this happen through donations out of the kindness of your heart. This project is supported in part by a grant from the City of Austin Economic and Development Division. However, when you give, it lets us also know that you appreciate the beauty of what you just experienced, and that you too have been moved spiritually by the pouring out of these souls. It's not easy, but they make it look easy, don't they? So my name is Elvie Schooley. You are viewing our Congo Square ATX Music Festival. drumtheprogram.org. Follow us on social media. And Roland can be found. Roland, you are a life coach.
I am a professional life coach. 16 years now, yeah.
And tell us how we can connect to you.
You can find me on the website, www.mistamusic, music.com, or on social media, Roland and the Roots Rhythm, ROLAND. And also, I can be reached on phone number 512-662-1362.
What else, Roland? No. What's your birth date? No. So again, thank you so much. Give it up, people. If you love this, let us know. Give us some feedback. Leave your comments. Like what you're doing. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. Follow all of us on social media platforms. That's our new operating normal now. And we are trying to continue the process of bringing you African Diaspora performances. Again, check out Roland and the Roots Rhythm. Follow and like him and give him your praise.
For far too long, you've been complacent in your silence, trying to keep the peace. But now is the time when we've got to wise up and rise up. You got to speak the truth, and therein you can find freedom, freedom. Oh, 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 oh. Da 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 da. Tra la la, let the children sing. Tra la la, let the elders dim. Tra la la, let the whole world rejoice. It's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new way. Let the wind, let the waves and our voices take this message into the four corners. Say, you know, the darkness is fading away, and all our fears are fading away. Let goodness and mercy bless the day. Let peace and love be our way, and all the people can freely live. So we're gonna rise up and rise up. So we're gonna wake up and stand up. Yes, we're gonna rise up and rise up. So we're gonna wake up. Da, da, da. So we're gonna rise up and wake up, stand up and live. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la. In a home there's a boy, there's a girl. Tears streaming down their lovely faces, crying when all these wars just end. There's a town, there's a nation, there's a people going down in flames of mass destruction, bleeding when all these fights just stop. But oh, the darkness is fading away, and all our fears are fading away. Let goodness and mercy bless the day. Let peace and love be our way, and all the people can freely live. So we're gonna rise up and rise up. So we're gonna wake up and stand up. So you're gonna rise up and rise up. Now you're gonna wake sitting down, praying and hoping that we'll get better. Every twist and turn, every road you walk, everywhere you stand, you see the children suffering, and now the time is far gone. The times are changing. You're gonna have to stand up for your rights. You're gonna have to stand up for your rights. You're gonna have to stand up for your rights. So you're gonna wise up and rise up. Now you better wake up. Well, you better wise up and rise up. Well, you're gonna wake up. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for everything. If you don't know where you're going, any road can mislead you. You're gonna wise up, oh Lord, and rise. So you're gonna wake up and stand up. Well, you better wise up, oh yeah. And when you're gonna wake up, this is my plea to every African and sons and daughters of His Majesty. This is my plea to every African and people of the world. For far too long you've been living in this ignorance, brainwashing, while you follow down the politics that's misleading you. So you better wise up. And now you're gonna wake up. Da, da, da. So you're gonna wise up. So you're gonna wake up. Da, da, da. So you're gonna wise up. Oh yeah. So you got to wake up. This is my plea to every good man and woman in this world. To all those who love rights, to all those who crave justice, no matter what you look like, no matter what you come from, you need to stand up for equal rights and justice. You need to stand up for equal rights and justice. You need to stand up for equal rights and justice. So you're gonna wise up. Nah, nah, nah. So you're gonna wake up. Oh, well, you better wise up and rise up. Now you're gonna wake up and stand. So you're gonna wise up and rise up. So you're gonna wake up, please. So you're gonna rise up. So you're gonna wake up. My people better wise up and rise up. You got to wake up, stand up. So you're gonna wise up and rise up. Well, you better wake. So you're gonna wake up. Well, you need to stand up, stand up. Oh, oh, oh. So you're gonna wise up and rise up. Yeah. Yes, I. Greetings. Bless up. Thank you. Congo Square 2020. Digital session. We record it, we stream it, and then we send it into space for eternity. When the zombies take over, they will have good music to still listen. One love. This is it.
Wow. I greatly enjoyed my conversation with Roland and the Roots Rhythm Band. What was really touching and moving for me was how openly he spoke about his spiritual connection to his art. I believe that art, when we wake up to our artistic expression, that is our gift to the world. And when we engage in that, there's a part of us that comes alive in our own uniqueness. And to me, that is our spiritual side of our being. So when we feed that, the rest of us are in balance and happy. It's not really healthy to stay in your mind about life. It's not really healthy to stay in your emotions about how you feel. It's not really healthy to stay too physical in your body or spiritual. But life in living is about a balance. And music is an expression that moves us and unites us, and it gives us that sense of spiritual well-being. So if you loved what you got to experience with Roland, here's the information. Support us. Support Drum the Program. What we provide is vital. This opportunity as a cultural arts showcase is priceless. And you're getting this for free. Get back to us. If you enjoyed this music, you enjoyed this experience, let us know that. We operate on a very small budget because we have a group of volunteers that just love what they do. But it's nice to be able to support these artists and to pay them their value and their worth. So I'm happy that you have been a part of this experience with us. Congo Square ATX Music Festival is in its 4th year here in Austin, Texas. We want to say thank you at this time to our fiscal sponsor, the Vortex, which has been an amazing supportive asset to us as we have grown as a nonprofit organization here in the Austin area. However, Drum the Program is spreading its wings, and we have relocated to the Birmingham, Alabama area where I grew up. And we are in the throes of working in the community, providing vital experiences of cultural arts for minority youth who are underserved in the arts or not even served at all. And this magical music that you saw from the African Diaspora is not something that most African American youth in the area where we operate have ever had the opportunity to experience. But that's okay. We're there trying to do the work, the good work. Our goal for the future for Congo Square is for this platform to be replicated in Birmingham, Alabama. We are looking to collaborate within the city with the Historical Civil Rights Museum and District to create ties and relationships that value cultural arts, that values keeping alive traditions and historical information so that it is passed on and impacted to the next generation. I hope that you enjoyed this concert because it was a pleasure to finally deliver this to you and the world. Our original date was in March of 2020, and all of our lives changed in March of 2020. And our lives are still changing. The uncertainty of the pandemic has impacted each and every one of us. It has also shaken our society. There's been a loss of jobs, there's been health, there's been struggle, there's social strife. But when we find music, we can use music as a tool to bring us together. We don't have to solve all of the problems and know the pathway forward to solving all of the problems that we are existing with in our society right now. But the solutions are found by facing one problem at a time. It's been an honor for me as an African American woman to work with these amazing artists and to have a vision where cultural heritage is celebrated and cultural heritage is honored and cultural heritage is funded. That's right, funded. Because these community arts programs that exist, they only operate when people support them. You want to give your children something that they will be able to use into the future? Give them art. Give them an experience of learning these traditional drums from Africa, the traditional flutes from Colombia. Give them the experience of art that allows for them to feel themselves, expressing that part of themselves, feeding themselves spiritually in a healthy way. Art changes things. And I have a lot of gratitude for the artists who have been able to use their platform to speak to Black Lives Matter. As an African American female, I have found myself in moments of sadness and moments of frustration. I found myself to tears when I think about and I witness over social media or any other type of media the senseless killing of brown bodies. Because for me, those brown bodies look like me. You know, I've had the opportunity to have conversations with people who are like, well, all lives matter. I agree. But when you say that, I want you to look at me and tell me that I matter. Because I have been raised to look at you and know that you matter as a human being. But I hope that in the kindness of your heart, you too can say that the struggles that are coming up socially will produce into the future a change. It always has. But how will that future look differently? It's up to us to define that. And we can define that. We all play a part. And sometimes the simplest part that we have to play is just to be kind. Just being kind. And recognizing that when you see someone who looks a little bit different than you, walks a little bit different than you, speaks a little bit different than you, they're also human. But but they just have a cultural difference. And that cultural difference gives them their identity. And we all want to feel like we belong in this world. It's a sadness in this moment for me to know that this is our last Congo Square ATX Music Festival. But it's been a wonderful journey. The magic of being in Austin around all of these amazing cultural artists and performers, and all of the community arts programs that are out there doing the good work. I salute you. I am very, very thankful for the many years that I have created this platform and all of the amazing talent that has given rise to Congo Square ATX Music Festival over the years. But not all is lost. We will be recreating this platform in Birmingham, Alabama, where we will bring together all of the magic of that area and share the cultural showcase to those, especially the youth in the area, who needs to see those things, needs to experience the diversity of culture in live music, so that they too can be moved just like me as that little girl from Alabama. My name's Elvie Schooley. I hope that you are moved by this. You can also check out what we're doing at drumtheprogram.org. You can follow us on social media and Instagram. We offer our educational content for youth on teachable.com. It's drumtheprogram.teachable.com. You can enroll your youth into our West African educational platform where we teach you social studies, drumming, and dance. And that program is supported by amazing artists from West Africa who are the actual teachers. What we do is provide the opportunity for work and employment, and they provide the magic of their art. If you're also interested in learning about social advocacy, we have a platform on Teachable for that also. And it's virtualadvocacy.teachable.com, where you can learn how to identify what is racism, what is privilege, what is entitlement, what are stereotypes, how are we to be reflective, accepted, and accountable for our own actions in the social change we want to see in the world. So follow us, like us, get to know us, and support us. Again, my name is Elvie Schooley, and it has been an honor and a pleasure to be a part of your time and energy, and I hope that you love what you got to see.
Welcome. Yeah, check it out. This be that extra ancestral, live and direct. We want to do an extra ancestral name call right here. So, we gonna call all the ancestors and the fallen. At least for right now. We're gonna mention their names, because their names need to be recognized. in this moment. So I want you to sing along with me. Call and response. You know how it goes. Check it out. Yo. When I say extra, you say sestro. Extra, extra. When I say extra, you say sestro. Extra, extra. When I say extra, you say sextro. Extra, extra. When I say extra, you say sestro. Extra, extra. When I say Malcolm, you say X. Malcolm, Malcolm. When I say Malcolm, you say X. Malcolm, Malcolm. When I say ML, you say K. ML, ML. When I say ML, you say K. ML, ML. When I say Rosa, you say Parks. Rosa, Rosa. Yeah, when I say Rosa, you say Parks. Rosa, Rosa. When I say Rosa, you say Parks. Rosa, Rosa. When I say black, you say Panther. Black, black. When I say black, you say Panther. Black, black. When I say black, you say Panther. Black, black. When I say Chad, you say Bossman. Chad, Chad. When I say Chad, you say Bossman. Chad, Chad. When I say Kobe, you say Brian. Kobe, Kobe. When I say Kobe, you say Brian. Kobe, Kobe. When I say Nipsey, you say hustle. Nipsey, Nipsey. When I say Nipsey, you say hustle. Nipsey, Nipsey. Yeah, I got plenty of those. I got plenty of those. But I'm gonna take a moment right now to speak to the revolution. So we want to call on those who have fallen, those kings and those queens, due to injustice. Y'all with me? Here it goes. Yo, when I say Emmett, you say Till. Emmett, Emmett. When I say Emmett, you say Till. Emmett, Emmett. When I say Emmett, you say Till. Emmett, Emmett. When I say Trayvon, you say Martin. Trayvon, Trayvon. When I say Trayvon, you say Martin. Trayvon, Trayvon. When I say Eric, you say Garner. Eric, Eric. When I say Eric, you say Garner. Eric, Eric. When I say George, you say Floyd. George, George. When I say George, you say Floyd. George, George. When I say Brianna, you say Taylor. Brianna, Brianna. When I say Brianna, you say Taylor. Brianna, Brianna. When I say Brianna, you say Taylor. Brianna, Brianna. When I say enough is, you say enough. Enough is, enough is. When I say enough is, you say enough. Enough is, enough is. When I say enough is, you say enough. Enough is, enough is. Yeah. I say. You know what it is.